What's going on, guys? This is Lior and welcome back to my video. I am super pumped to bring you guys to phase 3 of my Bremen Street projects here. As you can see behind me, it's my 9-unit building. The first two phases, phase 2 and phase 1 over there, have sold, finished. We've absolutely pushed some incredible numbers on our sales here, but we are finishing up the inside of the work. These units should be done within the next couple of weeks or so. All of our finished mechanicals, final finished carpentry and touches are going inside. I wanted to walk you guys through some of the units and talk about just all the thoughtfulness, the design, the finish, everything we thought through to put this really elevated product together. So with that, let's get at it. So one of the first things I wanted to mention that I'm really excited about, and I actually take a lot of pride in, is the exterior design of each of these 3 phases of these projects, right? One of the things I was very cognizant about is I didn't want to build just like a blob, right? I didn't want to do the same design across all 3 projects and just make it kind of, 3 different buildings that all look the same. Each phase was a little bit different, and we really wanted to show a little bit of different character within each build. So you can kind of see in the first phase, the 3 units, we went with white hardy, classic, right? Black exterior window trim, black exterior window, sorry, and just kind of made a very classic look to it. But one of the things I really worked with my architect on this phase 3 is we went a little bit different with our finish design. One of the things we used here, first, of course, we had a hardy board siding product. It has a little bit of a dark blue texture to it. And what we combined it with, and I worked through this with my builder, my architect, is a corrugated metal product as well. So you can see we kind of use that as an accent material throughout. And I just think it gives the building a little bit more of an industrial look, right? A lot of these buildings, a lot of developments around here, they typically just use the same hardy board material. And of course it looks good, but we wanted to give this building a little spice. And again, I think this industrial feel, given that it's a new construction building, given that there's a mixed use component, right? There's a retail space on the first floor here. It's gonna be a more activated space. It's not just gonna be residents. There's gonna be some sort of retail and commercial activity here. We wanted to give it a little bit of a different feel, and I'm super excited about how this came out. So you can see the corrugated metal panels stack all the way up, again, with the hardy board siding. And again, just gives it a little bit more of an industrial feeling to it. That's a little bit different than just your traditional hardy board everywhere and run with it. So welcome to inside the projects. As you can see, we are working through all of our finished mechanicals, some final finished carpentry details, and we are at the penthouse unit. And as you can see too, one of the things that we did on my layouts here, I captured this walk-up staircase within the penthouse unit. I've done that on some other projects, if you remember. And I love doing that because it makes the unit feel so much more spacious, as opposed to having a door right on the same level. So you get that feeling in, and again, you walk into your spacious penthouse. By the way, as of today's shooting, this unit is actually already gone under contract. Buyers absolutely love this unit, so it speaks for itself. But as you walk into the kitchen, again, you'll see one of the things that we kind of brought over from the last 2 phases, right? We definitely went well beyond builder grade with our finishes. As you may recall in phase 1 and phase 2, we elevated all of our finishes, right? Our kitchen cabinets, our tile work, our design, all of that was just elevated well beyond a typical EC package. And we got the pricing for it, right? We did get, we were able to push our price per square foot to the low mid 700s per foot, right? Especially on phase 2. And whereas a lot of the competition is selling out in the mid 600s per square foot. So buyers did recognize the premium quality and finish that went into these buildings. So that was a big deal that we wanted to replicate here. And you can see in these penthouse, a lot of very similar vibes, but we certainly elevated it even more. Custom slab cabinetry here right behind me. We're gonna have a nice, obviously our typical stainless steel package. But one of the things, one of the design elements we went with here, for example, was the 2-pillar design element on the kitchen, right? So you kind of have a tall pantry on one side, your fridge on the other, gives you kind of 2 pillars. This one's gonna have, instead of over the range microwaves, we did a vent hood that's gonna be enclosed within the cabinets. Again, just something a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more detailed. They'll have a, the microwave here will be a built-in microwave. You can see also just from the size of this island is huge. Some of our islands on phase 2 were probably a little bit over, I don't remember the exact dimension, maybe just over 5 feet or so. These are certainly a lot bigger. They're the centerpiece of this unit. We work with our cabinet guy to do these custom slats. Again, just really give a very, very high-end look. Of course, the waterfall quartz on the islands as well. These units do have really good layouts as well. A lot of light coming in. One of my favorite things about this particular unit, I'm not gonna step out right here, your living room walks out to a huge front-facing deck. If you remember, Bremen Street is right here with the park. So you're literally overlooking a park right here from a massive deck that spans this entire front facade. This unit is incredible, right? All these units have private space, outdoor space, but just having that ability to overview your park, I think is absolutely incredible. Some other details too, really, as I kind of walk through the unit, we elevated the finish packages everywhere, even our tile in the common bath. We went a little bit of a nicer tile that's, better than the typical subway you'll see. Custom vanities throughout. Our cabinet guy actually did all of our vanities here. We did blue vanities in our common. It'll match with the polished nickel finish fixtures. And then as we go into the master, some other details you'll notice as we walk into the master. First of all, the bedroom sizes are a lot larger. This is new construction, right? So we're really able to maximize the space of each room. So you come in here, master bedroom, and then into the primary ensuite. The primary ensuite, couple of things. Again, we work with our cabinet guy to get the custom double vanities. These are double pillar design as well, with extra linen storage on each side, right? So each, his and her storage for linens, towels, whatever it might be. Of course, large stand-up showers. Similar tile packages in previous phases. Again, we had really good feedback. We had really good feedback from a lot of our previous buyers, so we went with the same tile package. Again, just shows really smoothly, nice spacious room. This unit actually got a little bit of an alcove for the toilet, which is nice, but you can kind of get a sense of just how much more elevated and thoughtful the layout, the finishes all are here. I'll show you one other unit. This is the 3rd floor, so not the penthouse level, but just so you get a feel of some of the other units. Again, another top level unit where you have a large island. Same thing, vent hood. You're gonna have a hood covered with the cabinets here, built-in microwave, large island with a waterfall quartz, the slats. Good sized living room, plenty of light coming in. As I mentioned, each unit is coming with its own exterior outdoor space. One of the things I actually really loved about this, as I walk out here with no railings, you should not do that, but just wanted to show you, we did go with the corrugated metal panel here. Again, I feel like it gives a very cool and different feel to these, to the whole building really, by just spending a little bit of money, a little bit more time on the design. I do think we're getting something a little different that not a lot of units can offer here. Now, the units all vary in different features. One of the cool things about this particular unit that not a lot of city buyers are gonna get is this primary suite comes with a giant walk-in closet. So it's gonna have shelving on both sides. When's the last time you saw in the sub $1 million space a primary walk-in this big? It's rare. So that's one awesome feature. Even the ensuite here is actually quite large. As you walk in, again, custom double vanity, extra wide shower, big niche. All of these, these are all the details we want to check off. Because as I said, right, these buyers that are coming in here today, I do think they expect a higher finish, more space, more thoughtful space, right? A lot of these buyers are coming from apartment buildings, where they're not necessarily getting these thoughtful layouts and thoughtful finishes. So this just is an elevated product for them that I think a lot of people are really gonna come and enjoy. So in terms of where we are with the project now, as you can see, we're finishing everything up. Our sales efforts and marketing efforts have all been launched. We do have a couple of units already under contract in this building that I think really, prove our concept, right? That buyers are looking for this kind of product. Of course, the goal here is going to be to sell as many units as we can before we, into the late summer and fall market here. I'm very confident these are all going to move at great pricing too. I mean, we've gotten already strong contracts. I think that's going to be a trend that's going to continue. So that's really our exit plan here, right? Is continue to launch marketing and sales, continue to move units, especially as we finish up construction, go through all of our final sign-offs and go through that CO process. I work hand in hand with our broker team here to really make sure we're pushing and really getting the best possible buyers and the best possible pricing for this really awesome building. So that's kind of our exit strategy here. I will probably do one more video once we're fully done, just so you can get a final feel of the units, the final vibe. So I'll come back here, but thought I would make this video, fill you guys in. So hopefully that helps, guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below.